Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Hey, very good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Play Alberta. The Hangout, it is brought to you by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts. Thanks to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Those watching on YouTube, and as well as anyone listening on podcast, thank you very much. Tom Gazzola, Matt Iwanyk, Shawn Belle, Jasmine Sidhu with you here today on the Hangout on this Wednesday. How's everyone doing? So I like that sweater.
I know.
It's a really nice sweater.
I said the same thing. Jazzy's got a zebra dress.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It
Yeah.
looks like a really nice material.
Yeah,
nice texture on
nice,
it.
It's nice texture.
Oh, it's a Lululemon.
Yeah, it's Lulu.
Kayla, it's a Lululemon. Belzy's a size 2XL. Maddie would probably fit nicely into a good medium.
I'm dipping into an XL now.
Oh, you got...
Yeah.
You trimmed down.
Trimming down a little bit.
Trying to slim it up, you know?
What happened to Jacked and Juicy?
Well, that's the same thing. It goes the same way.
I like
right?
that.
I tell girls I'm Jacked and Juicy now. And they kind of giggle and
How do
away
they
we
fall
go.
for it? Do they fall for it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm jacked and juicy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're on the Luca diet?
No, just pushing weight diet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pick
Committed.
up heavy things and put it back down.
That usually works.
Yeah.
Reps.
And lots of skates.
That helps a lot.
When you skate, you don't develop your calves, eh? It's all about that. It's all about up here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Thighs and booty.
Thighs and booty.
Yeah. But skating, what does skating burns like 1,500 calories? Like if you do an
Depends
hour?
if you have like a nice 3-on-3 with no subs. Yeah, you'll hit 1,500 calories, no time.
And a couple
Like
of beers.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you have enough beers to pack them all back on.
Oh, baby. But you're doing them in the steam room or the
Yeah, and
sauna.
you're still burning
So
them.
you're still
Yeah.
actively burning. So it actually works out in
Man,
your
it
favor.
sounds counterproductive.
Wow. Wait a sec.
Like, should be way ahead of schedule.
Yeah. No. He's looking good.
Man, too much.
And so is Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all trimmed up.
Yeah, he was the only one showing up last night.
Yeah, well,
It's game one of the regular season.
Yeah, I know. A lot of giveaways. They're cleaning it up. NBA was I thought pretty good yesterday. A double overtime with Houston and OKC.
who won that game?
OKC did.
Nice.
They kept it tight the whole time. Missed there's a timeout call that the refs missed in the first overtime near the end. And you'd think the refs would be like, I want to go home now. Right? Like I
You'd
see
think,
it,
but-
but yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
They have a rezo at the Yard House just
Yeah.
outside of crypto.com. Great spot. What?
Yeah, they could. They definitely
Well,
probably
that was
had. They did
I think
have
this
a
was
wrestle.
the other game.
Oh,
We
you're
were
talking about the other
first
game. Sorry. We're
was
talking
talking
about
about-
Luca.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
we
Sorry. I was
switched
kind
it.
of
Oh,
jumping back and
to the
forth.
OKC game?
Yeah, and the Golden State game, they had the lead the whole time. I'll get out of association my system right
So they
now.
had a rezo at Bricktown somewhere. Nice.
it is. Yeah.
Yes. Mickey Mantle's, which I think shut down. We both lived there for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, sorry.
In Maddie's defense, Luca looks fabulous. He's going to be really fun to watch, especially when LeBron comes back mid-November.
I'm excited.
Yeah, Durant looks good in the Houston jersey too, I must say.
Yeah, I forgot that he was there.
Yeah, I think it's...
Every time I looked up when I was watching the Oilers game and I looked at the celebration that was going on for OKC, and then it just seemed like they put Durant on there all the time. I was like, oh yeah, he's Houston now.
I think you're right.
Seriously,
Yeah.
every time I looked over, there's Durant.
Yeah.
There's Durant. Watching the game, commercial break. Oh, see what's going on basketball. Durant.
If he doesn't get a ring, what is he going to go down as?
He has a ring.
Yeah, he
Oh,
won.
yeah, he does have a ring,
does.
right? With
GS.
with GS. But what's he going to go down as?
One of the greats
One
of his
greats?
era. He was one of the best players of his era.
I agree with you.
Without
Like
the
he's one of the best pure scorers in the game. But there's always, I feel like there's always a stigma with Durant.
Because
Like
he
there's
bounced
something-
around, chased the
he
championship.
chased a ring. Like he just,
The Twitter pseudo profile or whatever,
yeah.
that's always kind of...
Like
He's so funny.
I think he's hilarious, and I like that
Good
he
villain.
goes back at people, But I feel like with Durant, like there's always a bit of a stigma there. Like he maybe should have won more. You know, he created, well, it's not that he made the super team, but he got traded to Phoenix to create a super team there. He went to Brooklyn to try to create a super team there. He chased the Golden State rings after leaving Oklahoma City, which could have been a super team with the guys that they had. They lose that game. I think, weren't they up 3-1 in that series? And they, right? The next year or in that summer, you end up going to Golden State to bolster that lineup. You win your ring, but now you're just chasing everywhere else you go. But one of the best scorers ever.
Yeah. It was him, Westbrook, Harden,
Ibaka, Adams, Perkins.
But Adams
I remember Perkins,
it was on Houston now, which was weird. Well, whatever, watching them play, like him being in a Houston jersey at OKC.
Right.
Yeah.
And Thunder team was ridiculous.
We got to go see them. They destroyed the Raptors one night. We had box seats from the owner of the Barons. It was awesome. Good time. That's a fun basketball city. Hockey, Belsey, you can say what you need to about that.
I don't need to say anything.
Well, I'll just say this. We were live on location last season at Hudson's White. Big shout out to Sarah and the crew yesterday. Thank you for having us.
And John Rodostis, the owner that we met yesterday.
Oh, yeah, John,
I had
that's
no
right.
idea that I've been skating with.
That's right. He's one of the owners of Hudson's.
Yeah.
Anyway, guy walks in with a OKC Barons jersey, like from like an OG one. And I'm like, well, I have an OG OKC Baron right beside me. I'm like, Belsey, you need to sign that jersey. He goes, I'm not touching that thing. He's like, those were the ugliest jerseys we've ever worn.
I like those jerseys.
The Barons
With
jerseys?
the piping?
Yeah, those are gross looking. They look like practice jerseys.
They look like American Hockey League jerseys, what I expect from American Hockey League. It's perfect.
There's way better American Hockey League jerseys out there.
I can vouch for that.
Hamilton Bulldogs were way better looking than that.
Oh, those were nice.
Houston Aeros, way better looking than that. Do I need to continue?
I like San Antonio.
Milwaukee Admirals were like, they looked
my
great.
belief. I don't like the other ones.
Milwaukee was the first team. You know how Utah and Seattle kind of have that teal with the dark? Milwaukee had that back in the day.
Yeah.
And they
had
were
really nice
sharp.
jerseys.
Yeah.
It went from like, I think it was like 2005, 2006. They had like the maroon and navy with like a big like admiral head.
Yeah. Wasn't that a
and
pirate?
Yeah, it was like a pirate.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, they switched to like black, baby blue, and white.
That's the
and
one.
then they went with the skeleton admiral
Yes.
head. It unbelievable. Looked way better.
And they played like a bunch of assholes. They were jerks. I remember.
They were.
And I admired that style of hockey.
They had some good teams. There were some tough teams there. Like they were good.
Yeah.
The Bradley Center was always hopping. When 2-2 was around, like they would line up on the goal line and they would announce a guy and guys would skate to the blue, normally just like, hey, how's it going? 2-2 would just go full steam right at the blue line, jam on the brakes, snow everywhere. Gotta love the Miners.
The Miners are kind of fun like that.
The Miners are an absolute jungle.
Yeah. Remember they had in OKC the guy that was the in-house host or whatever?
Yep.
The short, chubby cowboy guy?
Yep.
It's another Friday night in the big town. OKC playing against the Houston Aeros. Then they bet boo. And then, I don't know, he was just a character. People thought he was drinking on the job, which he might have been.
He might have been. There's a high chance of that.
Yep. Sorry, Maddie, I've derailed this. I apologize.
No, that's fine. It's your show as much as it is mine.
No.
We
just hopped right into this AHL talk.
We've got lots to fill. We've got lots of time. Edmonton Elks today announced their 2025 team awards. Well, all the CFL clubs did that today. I owe Jay Milne a prime rib dinner at River Cree as the most outstanding player for the Edmonton Elks. It is Justin Rankin.
Nice.
Oh, congratulations.
He was a unanimous selection at the beginning of the year. Jay was on not just a Rankin for being the Elks MOP, but being the league MOP. But you can't become a league MOP if you're not team MOP. So
True.
Good on Jay for that one. You got Cordell Jackson, who's defensive back, defensive player. David Beard is offensive lineman. Javon Leake, special teams. Joel DeBlanco is outstanding Canadian. And Jalen Garnes is most outstanding rookie. So there's your nominees from the Edmonton Elks. when are they announcing the division nominees? This should be coming next week or something. Members of the Edmonton Football Reporters of Canada, along with Elks head coach Mark Killam, submitted their votes for these 6 categories. So there's the Elks nominees. They finish up their season Friday at home against the Calgary Stampeders.
Nice.
So congrats to all of them. Justin Rankin, unbelievable season. Wonder if I could quickly find the CFL nominees.
I'm looking to see if they put them out.
No, it's Team Awards. They did. So your MOPs across the board: Nathan Rourke, Justin Rankin, Diedrich Mills, Trevor Harris, Brady Oliveira, Bo Levi Mitchell, Nick Arbuckle, Khalil Pimpleton in Ottawa.
Wow. Well,
Davis Alexander.
Khalil Pimpleton, I think, is
service.
I think that's indicative of what kind of season
Thank you,
Ottawa
Jesse.
had. No disrespect to him.
What? I thought he had a weak season.
He had some big plays. Like, he popped off for a few big plays. I
He
think
had 662 yards receiving
But he was
and 1
hurt.
touchdown.
He was hurt a bit.
He had 1 punt return touchdown. He had no kick return touchdowns. What did Justin Hardy do this year? I don't know. That one's kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, but who else on Ottawa would you
Justin
nominate?
Hardy had 968 yards and 8 touchdowns. More
Okay,
than
well,
one
I
and more
probably-
than 600
Yeah, I
some
probably
yards.
would have voted for him.
That doesn't make sense to me. That's a weird one. Maybe Dusty
Justin
could explain
Hardy
it to me.
takes that as a slight and decides to leave.
That's a weird one. And then Davis Alexander, Montreal. He played half the season. He is the most outstanding. Most outstanding Canadian: Nathan Rourke, Joel DeBlanco, Jalen Philpott, AJ Allen, Brady Oliveira, Mark Leggio, Kevin Mattal, Daniel Adebaboye, and Isaac Adeyemi Berglund. Defensive player: Matthew Betts, Cordell Jackson, Clarence Hicks, Jameer Thurman, Evan Holm, Julian Hauser, Cameron Judge, Jovan Santos Knox, and then Isaac Adeyemo Berglund. So there's some of the nominees.
I think
for
Betts
this.
wins that one. Betts had a monster year. Again,
We shall see.
Cam
I'm
Judge,
just,
good dude.
Khalil Pimpleton.
You
It's
think they
just a weird one
screwed
to
up?
me. No, I think the votes were all over the place, and somehow he snuck in. I don't know. He's not going to be the nominee.
No, of course
But
not.
like when you look at Justin Hardy's stats and his stats, again, what am I missing with Khalil Pimpleton?
That one kick return touchdown he got against
Yeah.
Edmonton.
I guess that's an interesting one to me. Okay.
Shout out to Justin Rankin. I ran into him at Cactus,
Nice.
and he's so lovely. Just such a nice person. And he wants to come back on the Hangout.
Yes.
And he said he loves our funny questions. So told
I
him-
talked to him
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
Okay, perfect.
We have to set it up with Mike Arcuri, though.
Yeah.
But yes, he said he'll come back on.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so yeah,
Nice work,
he's-
you two.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, well, I'll give credit to Jazzy for getting that.
Both of you. You
planting
guys
that
both
seed.
talked to him. Nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
He is a
that's
good dude.
such a nice person.
Yeah. And did you go, hey, you're buying shots considering you just signed a nice contract?
This close, trust me.
Yeah. No.
I was like, let's not ruin it for the Hangout first. How about after?
He deserves that contract that
Yeah.
he got. You know, he's got a young family, so.
Yeah, he does. He has like 3 young kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he looked happy, and he said he loves Edmonton because he played BC Lions. They played unfortunately they're no longer going to be in the playoffs. So I was just talking to him about that, and I was like, because he had posted on his Instagram that he thought BC was so beautiful, and then obviously me come out of nowhere and start hating on Vancouver, So, and then he's like, no, he's like, I love Edmonton. He's like, I love playing for the Elks. So it was so genuine.
Good. I'm glad he saw.
There's a sweet charm to this city.
There is.
There is a sweet charm to it.
There is. We may hate on the city, like
Why?
when it's like, in November. That's the only time I really don't like the winter.
Oh,
Then
because you leave in January, February, and March?
I like it.
Just
I don't
wondering.
even know what to say to that. But yeah. Edmonton today, it's gorgeous. It's been a gorgeous 2 weeks. Right?
Today's high of 14, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
And I was supposed to
So
get to 15 at one point for Friday.
Perfect.
great fall.
16
that's exciting.
for the final tailgate of the season. And then 10 and 7 on Saturday, Sunday with rain. And then down to 4 degrees to start next week.
Am I going to the game? That's
Yes,
the question.
you're a season ticket holder.
That's the question.
You're supporting your team.
I am supporting my team. Been away a lot lately, so it's gonna be hard to be like, hey, you know what, wife, I'm gonna be away again. It's
That's a you problem.
Bring one of the kids.
Yeah.
Time's the game.
7:30.
Yeah.
Is Evie's not there yet. She's
a 7:30, 8 o'clock bedtime.
yeah, she's not there yet.
Yeah. And if she's up any later than that, it's that bedtime for at least a week until she figures out how to get back to 7:38.
It's a tough one.
Nasty chat. Looks like Bo Bichette has been cleared to play. Thank you, Chris.
Ooh.
Where do you play him? Where do you put him in? Because like the
Right?
teams,
There's a system already, right?
yeah, there is a system.
Put him anywhere you need to because he is a legit player.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't go to the Dodgers, but we'll worry about that later, right? Yeah, okay.
Is he leaving? Is that the rumor? Is he's leaving?
Who, Bo?
Yeah.
Remember last year when he had that interview and
I forgot about that one.
yeah, around
It
the
was-
All-Star
I
game.
think it was like in New York or something.
Yeah.
And he was talking about other places he'd like to play. And it caused some shockwaves. I just don't know if people would leave the Jays right now.
No kidding.
Things have kind
That's
of
a
changed.
legit lineup.
So I got into, so I'm sure you guys saw yesterday in Ticketmaster, it was an absolute shit show. And people were like 200,000th place to get tickets for the World Series. I managed to get in, and the cheapest ticket I saw was $3,100. I know. And I think, let me give you guys some tips, first of all. They're all going to go down. These prices go down. They drop the day of. Okay. You're not going to necessarily pay $3,100. You'll pay like $1,500, right? Still a deal. Flights to Toronto, I looked this morning. You can get on a flight Thursday and get back home on Sunday for about $900. Usually a flight to Toronto is about $400 to $500.
There and back?
There and back, yeah, round trip for a good time slot. Not
Yeah.
like not like the terrible times where you arrive really late because it still is a 4-hour flight. So I'm encouraging you to go live your best life and go do it. Pay the $900 and the $1,500 ticket. Get that Airbnb. Do you? Okay.
What are the hotel prices right now?
That's actually one thing I didn't check, but there's plenty. Okay, hotels is one thing, but there's so many Airbnbs in Toronto. So many, you'll manage to get a deal.
I had my first Airbnb experience.
What do you mean, your first Airbnb experience?
Don't care for it.
Have you never done Airbnb
No.
till recently?
Yep.
Does that even mean?
Like, when's the last time?
Yeah.
When was your first time doing an Airbnb?
In August.
Really?
Yeah, don't care
All
for
these
it.
years of the Airbnb, first time was in August.
I find
care
it
for it.
quite pleasant if you usually you find good places.
Don't care for it.
What
You
happened?
came in late. They suck now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
things
like
have
honestly,
changed,
don't
right?
care for it.
The pricing's not that much better than a hotel necessarily. And you have to do a bunch of cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't care for it at all.
What did you not like about it?
I thought it kind of completely defeated the purpose of me going away on vacation. Because when I go on vacation, it's like, okay, I'm going to go to a hotel room. I don't have to worry about any of the things that I normally would on a day-to-day basis. So if I'm at home, I got to cook, you got to clean, you got to, do all the things. When you're in a hotel, you don't really have to worry about that stuff. And so I just kind of found, I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's honestly how I felt. Like, I didn't hate it. I was just like, yeah, okay.
you're paying the premium
Next.
for to get your room cleaned and all that. Fair.
Yeah, like
And service downstairs. And
to me, it didn't provide anything that my family would have wanted. Like, if I go to a hotel and I have to pay, $200 a night versus going to an Airbnb and it's $180, but the hotel's got a water slide, so now my kids can go in there. Like, to me, that provides a little bit more value. If you have to go out and find an Airbnb that potentially has that, which most don't anyway, well, like, where's the price going to be there? So I just found it was like, cool, I got a place to stay.
Well,
for
it
a
used to
little
be
bit
cheaper.
Yeah.
Because then to counter that, you had to do all
Yeah.
that stuff. Now it's almost comparable to a
Yeah.
hotel price. So it's like, what's
This
the
is
point? A lot of people are going back to hotels going, screw this.
yeah, I have personally too.
I want the hotel.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing though, sometimes is like, if you have a family or something, sometimes it's nice to just rent the place.
Because you have like a living room
And
you're
you have
like-
all that
yeah.
kitchen, but you also
Yeah.
then, like, if there's a pool or something, if you're in a nice area, it's your pool. You don't have to share with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice part.
Yeah,
Or-
but
or
how
if
much
it's
is
a
how much is
stay.
it with a pool? Like,
Depends where you
what's
are,
an
depends
Airbnb?
When
right?
I
Like,
last went to Phoenix as a family, we all just rented a house. It was way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
it
cooking,
depends.
so we liked cooking.
I
We had
love
no problem
cooking
with the
too, so I
cleaning
got
of all
no
that.
issues.
So
But
that was, it was going to be cheaper than any hotel we were going to find that had a
Yeah.
pool for us and stuff. Even though it was a little cold, so we couldn't use the pool fully.
yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say I've had bad Airbnbs. I've had really good Airbnbs. I had like these little creepy old houses in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, this is weird. And then awesome ones like Scottsdale, so good.
Like, do you think it's city dependent then?
Yeah.
Because I can
don't
understand
know, because-
Scottsdale, right? Because you do have pools like in almost every yard. So
And you
if
can get a
found- and you
mansion.
can
Yeah.
get a really nice place
Yeah.
for probably cheaper. So I could understand that.
I've had an Airbnb in Calgary, and it's like, you know, those units that they're building now that are like a 4-plex, but they're still pretty big and they have like 3-4 floors. Done that in Calgary. But then this past summer, the house that was rented for the hockey camp in Calgary it was like a 100-year-old house, but it was big, but it was so weird. Like, there's no doors to the bathrooms. It was all kind of like one room. Oh, it was so strange. And I said to the guys, I'm like, I'm not staying here. I'm just gonna go stay at my brother's place for the whole week. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, you guys can see, hear everything. My friend Ty.
Okay.
Yeah, not his best work.
He did not send you guys the link for everybody to thumbs up.
I didn't. He usually
Yeah.
does, but because I had other options, like staying at my brother's place, he's like, come stay at the Airbnb, and it was Paulie and I had gone down, and we went to the place. We looked at each other. We had a couple of beers with the guys. We're like, no, we're not staying here. This is bizarre.
Yeah, I mean when you select Airbnb, it's like, for example, if us four are going, you go you select 4 bedrooms. You get like your own, and then you get like when you split it and whatnot, it's better than a hotel in that sense. If you're going for like a boys golf trip, but I can understand if it's just like a 2 review or something, you want to get like, even with the kids, don't they get antsy inside a hotel room?
Yeah, but like the Airbnb that we stayed at, like they got just as antsy, and I didn't think they were that comfortable because like there was really not much room to move around, and yeah, it was fairly cheap, but it was like we could probably just have went to like a Best Western Plus with a water slide, and they would have had the time of their lives
And a kitchenette.
and a kitchenette, an extended stay.
There you go.
We could have done the exact same thing, had probably more room, and they would have had time of their lives. But to each their own, I guess.
So it's hit or miss if you're going
It's
to
hit or
Toronto
miss.
this weekend.
I think, I don't know.
Well, it is like my brother just went on a
whatever.
boys trip. Benny said he just booked one in Arizona for February and it's cheap. But yeah, my brother just came back from a golf trip in September. Same thing. They stayed in a mansion in Scottsdale.
That's how you do it.
Exactly. Everybody, it is fun. Like, you're all together. You're not like going to separate hotel rooms. It's like bonding and all that, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's where the funny stories are made.
Agreed.
I think you need to give it another go. But it with the right experience, with the right situation. Family, no.
Exactly.
Because you're right. The kids don't. They just want the slide. They want the pool with the slide.
they want
That's what
fun.
they care about.
Yeah.
So you're way better off going to a hotel. No question.
Yeah.
But a guy's trip or something, the Airbnb's possibly the way to go.
Fair enough.
Even though you have to clean at the end a little bit. I hate that part.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
you got to
worst
put your trash away and all that, right? Yeah, your garbage. But yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that part.
I mean, even the guys trips that I've been on lately, it's all been hotel.
So you got to try the other way.
Yeah, try a mansion.
The guys that I
bud.
go with on these guys trips, I don't think want to, but
Well, they have significant means to just stay at nice hotels. There's that,
there is
Sean.
that. Yeah, there is that.
But if you need to be more fiscally responsible
Or to have more fun.
or have more fun,
It's more fun.
I
the more
saw-
fun part is
I
there.
saw some of the fun they
Yeah,
had.
we
It
had
was-
enough fun. I don't think we could have more fun.
please.
Could have had
Always have
more.
more.
I've booked
I
two
don't know about
stags at Airbnbs type places. You can find that nice big spot that you never would normally stay at. It has, again, the mansion type thing. It's great.
Yeah, pool.
You find the
girls
right
like
one.
do a dance party.
Theater
Nobody can tell you to turn
room.
your music off.
Bottle service for yourself.
You got coffee service today.
Nine coffees.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's totally dependent on which friend group I decide to go with.
I'm gonna see how much Airbnbs are in Toronto, as opposed to hotels.
I feel like it's a surge pricing this weekend.
My cousin just texted me. She said the lowest she just found is $580 to one of the World Series games in Toronto. Just saying.
Ticket or hotel?
Oh, USD, by the way. Ticket in.
Oh.
I mentioned you can get it down to $1,500. So everybody like gets so hyper when you see this, but really like you can make it into a World Series game. Like game 1 will be more expensive than game 2. Like you need to calculate which one you want to go to if you want the experience. But if you're in Toronto, you should go.
That's nice.
The old Big Smoke, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, probably not going there. How do we feel about this?
Yeah.
The World Series. Like, what do you think is going to happen? I already
looking
know
forward
what you
to it.
want. So I'm not even going to ask you.
From your sports, as a sports fan, what do you think?
Well, it's hard not to pick the Dodgers. They have like 9 starters.
Obviously.
They have like 9 starters that are well rested, that are completely going to be well rested.
And then you get into the actual lineup and the fielders, and they're all stars, essentially, with big bats.
It's if the Dodgers can take they aren't the Mariners. If the Dodgers can just snake 1 in Toronto, I think they might take 3 in LA. They're that good.
Did you see the stat?
They are that good.
And then they all go home and they'll just finish it off in the 3 and win in 5 possibly. Like you could see that because they're just that damn good. I don't know. I don't know who they're going to throw out there for game 1, but
Jay had this stat yesterday on the Reed Wilkins show, and it was teams that swept to go to the World Series that faced a team that went 7 games and got into the World Series, all lost since they introduced the 7-game AL and NLCS.
Just because of like rust and
I don't know. It just
time?
there's been 4 or 5 instances of it, and it started in 1995 when they switched the format, and every team that has swept in the CS that got into the championship series that faced a team that went to 7 lost to the team that went to 7. So maybe this is a team of destiny for the Blue Jays.
But the Jays were also, there was only 2 teams ever to come back from down 2-0, losing both of them at home to win that series.
Yep.
You know, Jays did it. Jays overcame that.
Yeah.
If there's a team that could overcome that type of thing, which I don't know how much I read into that fully, it's the LA Dodgers.
the Dodgers are nasty.
Like Casino Dealer Jay saying Snell is game 1.
Yeah, he's been really good. He almost had a complete game the other night.
When's Ohtani pitching? Which game are you getting Ohtani even?
It's like
On most teams, that's your number 1 ace that you're throwing out there and stuff. And we're not talking about him
Game
being your number 1
3,
ace
game
or
4.
like where's Yamamoto going to be pitching? Like just from that perspective, I don't care who it was going to be. It could have been the Blue Jays, it could have been the Tigers, it could have been the Mariners, it could have been the Yankees, it could have been the Red Sox, it could have been whoever. If the Dodgers were there, they're always going to be like, well, how do you beat this team?
Great question.
It's a very good question.
Magic mostly.
Because if you were to if you're to say, okay, pitchers versus pitchers, who's got better pitching?
LA.
I think you got to go
Starters, Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullpen.
Casino
their
Dealer Jay
bullpen's
saying only
kinda-
weekness is the bullpen.
Yeah.
So for the
then you have
Dodgers,
to- so you
so
have
it's
to
equal.
find a way to grind it out to tire out the starting pitchers. But those guys are all throwing smoke. So
One on the flip side, the Jays have a weaker bullpen. That's their biggest weakness too.
yeah,
Right off the bat, like that's not. I don't think an advantage Blue Jays. That's
They had to throw
crapshoot at that point.
Gosman and Bassett in
yep,
Game 7 to get them through.
yikes.
An Airbnb, you can get a really nice one. I put 4 people in because I think you should do a group trip. I would do that. Anyways.
How's that go again?
What?
You should just plan sports outings, and that becomes your side hustle.
my God.
That's a great idea.
Oh my goodness, I should.
EST travel lady Jasmine Sidhu and co-host of the Hangout. Anyway, sorry.
I love that. Thank you for that. Good energy. By the way, happy Diwali.
I'll take a 10% cut of every sale and transaction you have.
Let's go.
I think
welcome.
you deserve that.
Thank
Tom.
you.
Your idea.
It's on the record.
Yeah, happy Diwali, by the way, welcoming everybody light in their life and new energy. So this is something, maybe it's a sign. So you could get an Airbnb for 4 people for just under $1,600. And I Googled for Thursday to Sunday. And that's average just under $400 a person. Like that's very reasonable in downtown Toronto.
Compared to a hotel.
Yeah, so I'm looking at hotel prices right now. I'm really encouraging everybody to go.
How many people do you actually think are going to go?
I think a lot of people.
One guy that our building manager is going.
He's going?
He told me yesterday. He's like, I got tickets to game
Brad
1.
Choo-Choo's there right now, isn't he?
Shochu's been traveling all over the place.
Flip side to that is there's 4 million people in the GTA area.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a great point.
There's going to be a lot of them that are going to want to go to their team.
Yeah.
To go see their team play.
Yeah.
That you're competing
Stay
with
out.
those
Yeah.
4 million
You were
people
right.
that want to go watch their team play.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
That's going to be the big battle that you're going to have for something
Massive
like that.
battle.
And they should
great
have the
point,
chance
Matthew.
to go to those games.
Great point. Will they do a Jurassic Park?
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Where do they do it there?
Maple Leaf Square.
Maple Leaf Square?
Yeah, that's all walkable.
Yeah,
Well,
don't they
well,
have
yeah.
like a new amphitheater that they built? Maybe like a pretty huge screen.
Outside?
I thought I heard
Yeah,
that, but I
they
don't
do.
know where was that?
I think it's right outside the arena.
They do. That's Jurassic Park / Maple Leaf Square or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
The downtown Toronto. Okay, this is. Okay, if you want a nice hotel, it's about $736 a night.
What's a nice hotel?
the W?
Oh, the W's are so nice.
Yeah,
Ritz, W.
great vibe downstairs. Too.
Yeah.
If you want to stay in a really crappy hotel, it says $9.
What's a really crappy hotel?
It says Chinatown Travelers Home.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's $136. My bad. My discount was on it. Okay.
No resort fee though, right?
I feel like they charge. Okay, I don't know. They always charge you at the end. They give you that last fee. But okay, there you go. That's where an Airbnb would be, better in this situation,
Fair enough.
right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just get an Airbnb where the bathrooms have actual doors and
Weird.
not retaining walls.
Weird.
Yeah, that are 4 feet high.
The highs in Toronto are 12 degrees. So by the time game time, it's colder.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if that would stop the idea of an outdoor gathering. When you have Jurassic Park and you have Maple Leaf Square, it is in springtime where things are getting nicer. That might be the one thing that holds off on that
A
part.
little caveat. Yeah.
I wonder if the MLSE people would do a watch party at Scotiabank Arena or whatever it's called now on non-game nights, although it probably
There's going to be busy because you got Raptors and Leafs now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they moved the schedule for as well.
Smart.
Will the cold affect
Dome.
open?
I think they keep it closed
Open?
to a degree. I think it's baseball that makes that decision. I don't think the Jays make that
really?
decision.
Yeah, I would assume the MLB has taken over for the playoffs.
Yeah.
They call it.
I mean, you try to get that home field advantage as much as you can, right?
But do you want your bats playing in cold? Like it's not. This is like different. It's not like they're playing in cold all the time. Like whenever it's been like rain, like cold, well, obviously rain, you're closing the roof. When it's colder, you're going to close that roof during the regular season. It's not like I don't think there'd be an advantage for the Blue Jays if you keep it open and it's cooler because they're not used to playing in that.
Nah. They'd be a little bit more conditioned to play in that than the
think so?
Dodgers would.
I think both teams.
Hot in LA all the time.
Well, that's true. Well, not all the
There's
time.
I mean, what's a cold? Drops to 13, not
Yeah.
drops to like 6, 7. There's a difference.
100%. You're right on that.
So
I don't think you could pull that off, though. I think
probably
you're right.
not if the MLB's controlling it. They
I
say
believe they do.
they do. They
Yeah,
close
I
that
believe so.
thing and let's have a.
Let's find
It
out.
looks good though. Like
It looks great.
Gorgeous.
The new renovations that they've done looks like a ballpark, which is good.
Yeah, I wonder if the Dodgers will get like joints pain and all that coming to Canada, and if that'll affect their game.
What?
Well, as you guys mentioned, LA being so hot and them, playing more in the States and all that climate, not necessarily coming to Toronto often. Like, what if that's an impact on them, right?
Definitely not.
Joint pain.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys achy lately with the weather change? Like,
No.
okay. Well, never mind.
Jeez,
In
how
the
old are you?
playoffs,
I'm that old.
MLB approves in consultation with Blue Jays staff, which is the tradition and the way things go in postseason. Regular season Jays just make the decision on their own.
Okay.
So anything they do, MLB has to approve.
Yeah. So this will be closed.
Yeah, I could see baseball going, yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Close it.
Yeah.
We're not approving the openness.
I just want to find a way to slow down Ohtani.
Well, to a degree, he's only had one good game, though.
Oh, that one game was generational. That was unbelievable.
There was also an 0-3 series at the time.
Yeah,
I'll
feel
rain
bad
on that.
for the Brewers.
I'll
though.
rain on that parade just a little bit.
I felt bad for the Brewers. Brewers
Why?
are the best team in baseball. They put together, a fantastic season. Then all of a sudden they just run into this juggernaut who's like, I don't care about your good season. I'm going to absolutely destroy you. Like, you couldn't even get one game off these guys as the best team in baseball. regular season team in baseball. Wild.
He was 2 of 14 in the first 3 games of that series with 1 RBI and 5 strikeouts. Then he went off for 3 home runs.
Yeah.
When it was a 3-0 series.
Hey, you still have to show up and do it.
I think when you look at his numbers in the playoffs, it hasn't always been regular season Ohtani. That I don't know if that's the worry as much as the Jays. I think there's other worries. I think Freddie Freeman's a bigger worry to a degree. That guy's a big game player.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably a bigger game player than Cal Raleigh. And I felt like Cal Raleigh, every single time he was at bat, was a legitimate threat to go yard. So I'm kind of worried.
Somehow
for this.
there's now this thing of him setting the AL record for most home runs in a season because they're combining regular season and postseason.
You can't do that.
I know. You can't. It's the same as when Austin Matthews, what was it? Who had the call? Somebody said he scored his 70th when it was the...
Yeah, it doesn't count.
It was in the playoffs or whatever like that?
Yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't count.
Stops at the end of the regular season, and then it restarts.
Yeah, and they're doing it with Cal Riley right now, going, he set the AL record for most home runs when you go regular season and postseason. Might as well throw spring training into this mix.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And they've expanded postseason.
Yeah. Don't care for that.
I'm not a fan of that at all.
So you think in your sports knowledge, because you're not going to be biased, that...
Well, of course I'm going to be biased.
Okay,
Well, the
Tommy
fact of the matter
Bellamy.
is, well, you guys, everyone's going to be biased for once. I can't deny it that I'm going to have I have a bias. Well, but there's absolutely a bias that
As
I
a
will have.
Yankees fan, you know that there's a bias there.
I understand.
It's not like I'm a Marlins fan. And I don't care about this. Like, there's completely a bias in this one for me. Straight up.
He's a Yankees
I can't
fan.
deny that.
He
I'm not
wants-
going to try to fake that out there.
He wants the other big bad to win it.
No, I understand.
And I don't even think the Dodgers are actually the big bad. Because, I mean, they are
the big bad right now.
but they are the big bad right now.
Because they spend so much money, more than anyone else. What did I see? They made like
second
$100
big
million
bad.
in 1 year or something.
They're the second
so
big bad. The
ridiculous.
Yankees are number one.
The Yankees aren't number one. Yankees haven't won since 09.
The Yankees, yes, I understand that, but the Yankees in people's minds will always be the big bad of MLB.
Fair, but the Yankees never are the reason that we got a salary cap in baseball. The Dodgers may be the reason we get a salary cap in baseball.
Yeah, well, don't do that, Matty, because right now you're being a Yankees fan trying to blame it on somebody else. You guys have been the problem.
No, I want to be the
for
problem.
a long
Trust me.
time.
I want to be the evil empire still.
You guys are
We've
the evil
lost our
empire.
way. We have lost our way in that sense. The Dodgers now quietly have become the evil empire of this league.
I agree.
Did they start off as the Resistance and then move to the evil empire?
Okay, this is not about the Yankees, Maddie. Okay, we're talking about the Blue Jays here. All right.
I didn't make it about the Yankees. He brought up the Yankees.
This is true.
I did.
Okay. Well, this is about the Blue Jays and Canada, because it is Canada's team now.
No, it's not.
Well, it is.
No, it's not. There's a lot of people that aren't.
I'm not.
I know, but it's Canada's team.
He's
But
not.
it's not.
It's Toronto's team, just like the Raptors.
No,
are
no, so
Toronto's
they don't
team.
care about Canada's
Canada's
league.
team.
What's Canada's league? The Canadian Football League. They don't care about the CFL in Toronto.
Yeah.
So why should I give a damn about their team?
Yeah.
There's enough people at Edmonton that are now on the Jays bandwagon. How many of them are on the Edmonton Elks bandwagon? That's Edmonton's team. Do you have season tickets to the Elks?
Not yet.
Do enough people in this city have season tickets to the Elks?
Not
They're
right
your
now.
team. They're Edmonton's team.
My question was going to be,
Hang on. Can I say one thing too? We had someone do kind of easy trivia the other day, and Dusty threw out a very easy. It was who do the Elks play tonight? And the guy obnoxiously passed.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's
like-
Edmonton's team.
That's
I was
great.
like, what an. What
Why aren't we jumping on
jackass.
board with the Elks?
Yeah.
Why isn't this whole city jumping? Like, there could have been a game on Friday where the Elks win and they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Do you think there would have been 40,000 people at Commonwealth Stadium?
The reason
There was a game a couple weeks ago where they took on the Bombers, which was a very important game. There's 15,000 people. But I'm supposed to jump on board with a Toronto team because they're the only team left in Canada when people don't want to jump on board with Edmonton's team.
Yeah, but you're a Yankees
and
fan,
Toronto-
so it's
This
easy
is
for
the
you to
World
say.
It doesn't matter if
Series,
he's
Matt.
a-
And
He's
Toronto
right.
doesn't want to give a damn about the Canadian Football Leagues, but I'm supposed to get on board with one of their teams? How many people go show up to Toronto Argonauts games out there?
There was a guy wearing an Argonauts jersey there.
Go, Matty.
That
Well,
caught-
like,
Matty.
don't do this. Like, I know Red Sox fans, I know Cubs fans, I know Mariners fans. Like, Farhan Lalji was getting ripped by Blue Jays fans because he was cheering for the Mariners. He's a lifelong Mariners fan. Is he a lesser Canadian because he cheers for the Mariners?
Rev it up, Maddie.
Well, that's don't give me this Canada's team stuff.
I'm with Maddie
I
on
fought
this
that one for years.
I understand why people do it, because it is the lone Canadian team.
It's the lone city in Canada.
Doesn't matter. No matter which way you try to spin it, it is the Toronto Blue Jays.
He's being matter of fact. He's not spinning anything.
No, I'm trying to say is that for people, when they say, hey, this is Canada's team, it's the lone Canadian team. So you're right in your saying your comment of it's the Toronto Blue Jays. You're 100% right. But at the same time, because it is the lone Canadian team, that's why so many Canadians jump on the bandwagon to say this is Canada's team. That's why they do it.
I think that's a misleading statement.
Both things can be right.
No.
That's the type of situation.
But this is like Toronto. But we say this like when the Oilers are the last team left in the NHL playoffs. They're the last team left. In the end, they actually then have to be Canada's team. But
no, it's different because there's only one Canadian team.
Exactly.
But they're the last team left now, so they should bring the cup to Canada. But how do we argue that? There's more Canadians on the other teams when we get into these arguments. Who has the Canadian in this series?
You can't argue it because
the Dodgers do.
The Dodgers.
Yeah,
Who had the Canadian in the last series?
The Mariners.
Thank you.
In basketball, there's only one Canadian team.
There's one city in Canada that has an NBA franchise. Correct.
Correct.
Belsey, then let's call them the Canada Blue
team.
Jays and the Canada Raptors.
This isn't
like
the World Juniors. This isn't the World Hockey Championship. This isn't the Olympics. This isn't the World Cup coming up next year. That's not teams wrapping themselves in the Canadian flag. The Toronto Maple Leafs have blue in their colors. That's not Canada. We're red and white only.
So once again, I'm going to go back to Canada's team. I'm going to go back to what I said originally. You are right in the sense that it's the Toronto Blue Jays, and that Toronto fans should say, "Hey, we feel that this is our team." However, because it's only one team in this country, people jump on the bandwagon and immediately say it is our team because, well, that way there's a team that just happens to be in Canada. And people want to jump onto something. So if they sit there and they say, okay, well, this is Canada's team. Well, man, they had a maple leaf in their hat for I don't know how many years until they changed it. So they tried to embrace the fact that they were Canada's team for the longest time. And then they went back to original jerseys because they just looked better. So both statements,
they're Toronto's team.
Both statements can be true. So I fully agree with you. It is Toronto's team, but because it's the sole team in that particular sport,
so
that's why people
not cheering for the Blue Jays are not Canadians.
No, that's not true.
But then that's Canada's team. So you're cheering against Canada.
If you're a lifelong Yankees fan and you don't want to cheer for the Jays, I don't think anybody's going to pass judgment.
Well, when
at
you
least
say
I won't.
It's when you say it's Canada's team. Now I'm cheering against Canada. I'm against the Maple Leaf. I'm against our country.
Who'd you say it was that was cheering for the Mariners?
Farhan.
So if he's a lifelong Mariners fan, did anybody chirp LT?
Yes.
Who?
Many people
Texters.
Did. Many
Well,
did.
if you're a lifelong fan,
did.
then in my opinion, then you should get to be a lifelong fan. If that's your team, that's your team. But if the rest of the people want to sit back and embrace the Canadian team, then they should be allowed to do that. Even though I'm agreeing with both of you guys saying that is Toronto. So if I'm sitting here in Edmonton being like, I'm going to jump on the Canadian bandwagon, I should be allowed to do that because it
Nobody's
is
saying
the sole Canadian team. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody's saying you can't. And I think what we're saying is they're not truly Canada's. They're Toronto's team, matter of factly. Who's got the Canadian? Freddie Freeman's represented Canada more. Somebody texted in just now saying, I think it was Nate the Builder, that Vladdy Guerrero was born in Canada. Yeah, but
he doesn't represent Canada.
He doesn't represent Canada. He barely spoke English when he started playing for the Jays.
Freddie Freeman ditched the U.S. to play for Canada.
Because his mom was Canadian. She passed away, unfortunately. And he wanted to honor his mother. And it's a beautiful story. But as soon as the Jays dip, game 2, when they lost game 2 to the Mariners, so many fans, you could hear all the ankles snapping. There was a cracking across the country from all the ankles snapping from people hopping off the bandwagon. Then they put it together and get back on there as soon as the Jays start winning again. It's very, very, it's kind of laughable. And it's very apparent. You can tell people are hopping on and off.
But that's fine. They're allowed to hop on and off
Yes,
because
they are,
it is the sole representative
but
of
to be like,
Canada
this
at
is
that point.
Canada's team and we love the Canadian. It's Toronto's team. That's what Maddie's saying, and he's right.
I have agreed with both of you saying it was Toronto's team.
I know, you just like stirring it up.
I'm not even stirring it up, though, because at the same time, it's the sole representative, the only team in that particular sport in this country. So people will jump on that bandwagon and say it is Canada's team because it's the only one in the country.
They do.
So
they can.
why.
That's fine. It's up to them. But it's kind of at the same time flawed fanhood, if you will.
Yeah, I won't disagree with that, but it is what it is. So that's why the Raptors, when they went on their run, became Canada's team. That's why they had watch parties all across Canada.
The argument is, to me, still the same. They're the only team in the league. So that's the same thing I will say when the NHL, if the Toronto Maple Leafs make it to the Stanley Cup final and they go up against the LA Kings or something, they're now Canada's
It's
only
different.
team left.
It's
No, it isn't,
different.
because they're Canada's only
different.
team left.
It's very different.
They're Canada's only team left.
Nope.
That's the same argument. Well,
It's
they're
not the same
There
argument.
used to be the
Yes, it
Expos.
is.
No,
There
it's
used
not.
to be the Expos.
Used to be.
Exactly. So the Toronto Maple Leafs
They don't exist anymore.
But the Toronto Maple Leafs are the only team left in those playoffs. There's no other team playing in Canada. There's no other team representing a Canadian city left in that one. That is basically the same argument right there.
It's not the same
let's cheer
argument.
for the
Yes, it
Toronto,
is.
let's
How
cheer
is
for
it
the
the same
Toronto Maple Leafs
argument?
to bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada because they're the only team left in the NHL playoffs for Canada. That's it. The other ones are all eliminated. Just like there were the Expos. I was an Expos fan. I cheered for the Expos. I have Expos socks that I could bring in if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just ditch that fandom for me either. So they're not Canada's team. The Grizzlies used to be in this league. They're Canada's
Yeah,
last
that's
team
right.
remaining.
They don't
They're
exist.
Canada's last team. And in hockey, there's no other team that exists for that season. There's only
That doesn't
those
make
two
any
left.
sense. You
Yes, it
I'm gonna
does.
take that
There's-
Expo sock and put it in your mouth, okay?
Okay,
He's right.
If the
Again.
Leafs are taking on the Kraken in the Stanley Cup final, how many other Canadian teams are playing hockey?
I would not.
That's not the answer.
No, because
How many other Canadian
going
teams-
A whole another route here.
No.
No, I'm not, because there's the other teams
Yes.
eliminated. So for that season, there are
There's
no other Canadian teams.
MLB team.
There used to be though, and there used to be other
Used
Canadian
to be.
There used to be other Canadian teams playing that season, but they're not anymore because they got eliminated. They're not around anymore. They can't win the Stanley Cup. So let's bring it back to Canada.
I refuse.
I love you
get
two
it.
guys,
Yeah,
but you guys are
lost it.
smoking the.
We're
smoking.
being logical and practical
You guys are
about this.
smoking.
And matter of fact, all these people.
You
I
can't
love the
put-
Blue Jays. Oh, the Blue Jays are my team. Where are you from? Yellowknife. Why do you
It could
love
be your
the Blue
team.
Jays?
It
Other
could be your
Canadian
team all you
team.
want. The Jays
Okay.
could be your team all you
thought
want.
the Jays were-
Do not start shoving down my throat that they're Canada's team, because then again it
man.
makes it sound that anyone that is not a Blue Jays fan doesn't like Canada.
Yeah.
I
Is
disagree
against
with
Canada.
you. I think because you
So
are
I'm
a real
against Canada.
No, you are a real Yankees fan, so I stand by that. And I understand this whole bandwagon narrative. You're right.
It's not a narrative,
But
it's a fact.
It's bringing the country together. If I'm in an elevator and someone is wearing a Blue Jays hat, it's really nice to finally connect with you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then why doesn't the city connect with the Elks better?
Okay, you're talking about Edmonton in general.
Yeah, why
But it's
aren't
used as an
Edmonton
example.
Blue Jays fans jumping on board with the Edmonton Elks, who's Edmonton's team?
Because they don't market well enough. They've been dog
But
shit
they
for,
are
Edmonton's
How do the
dog
Jays
shit for
market
the
here?
longest time, because they're on every TV at any time that you
The
can
Jays aren't
possibly
doing
turn
that.
it on. No, but
So why are
Sportsnet
you putting
is.
that on the Elks?
Well, you're talking about Edmonton's
Well,
team
why
and
are
why
we're
people
jumping
aren't
on board
jumping
with
on
Canada's team?
Well, why you're asking me the question of why aren't people jumping on the Elks? Well, the Elks have been dog shit for I don't know how many years, so that would be number one.
So the Jays were crap this year
That's the
to
very
start this year,
first
everyone thought.
instance of people walking out the building. You haven't put on a good product. You don't market. So hey, as much as I'm now a season ticket holder and I'm supporting the Elks, I like what they're doing. But the facts still remain. You can't sit there and say, well, why aren't we jumping on the bandwagon for the Elks? Well, guess what? They don't market well enough. They don't do anything to get young people to come to the games.
I haven't seen anything from the Blue Jays in this city. But everyone's on board with the Toronto
Okay,
Blue Jays.
wait a
right?
second.
Because they're in the World Series.
Are your parents
so
watching it? Are your parents watching it?
No.
Okay, mine are. And I said this last week. I said that it is so nice to see my parents involved in baseball and them watching the games with or without my brother, watching with them. And they're asking me questions. And for that unity and people talking about their children watching with them, like I really love the Blue Jays for that.
That's
instance
great.
alone. Yeah.
Lovely. It brings people together.
Yeah.
Doesn't
We're
make
not
it-
knocking
then we're
that.
not saying anything about that.
Kind of are.
No,
though.
we're
No,
not.
we're saying don't tell me that's Canada's team. But basically, I have to feel like I'm lesser of a Canadian because I don't cheer for the Blue Jays.
And
Did not say
using
that.
the example of Farhan getting ripped because he's loved the Mariners since he was a kid.
And the fact that everyone wants to jump on board with the Toronto Blue Jays because they're Canada's team, but we don't want to get on board with the Edmonton teams.
What am I supposed to do? Disregard the Arizona Diamondbacks for the Blue Jays? Get out of here with that noise.
Playoff game,
really?
a playoff game, a game that meant a lot for this city, for this franchise to get back to the playoffs a couple weeks ago. Commonwealth Stadium, 15,000 people.
Yep.
Why weren't there more people? How many people? Why weren't there more people watching that or supporting that team? They're trying to get back to players. They're trying to turn things around. We're not getting on board with them.
Keyword trying.
Okay,
They've been bad for 7 years, and then
when
do
the
you think
Elks
stadiums just magically pop back up?
So when the Elks make the playoffs again next, we're also going to have a sold out Commonwealth
I hope
Stadium.
so.
We won't.
Well, I hope so.
But they're Edmonton's team, but we're not going to support them. But we got to all support Canada's team because it's Canada. Toronto Maple Leafs are Canada's team. Let's not support the
Maple Leafs
Canadian.
aren't Canadian-
Let's not
Canada's
support
team.
the CFL. Let's not support the Canadian Football League, which is Canada's league.
No, you can't. You can't.
How many great- are you planning-
can't
how
put
many
the
great cup
NHL
parties are gonna be
teams in the
planned?
same conversation as the
I'm-
MLB or
It's-
the
I'm
not-
NBA?
if I can see if- why
can't-
not?
You can't put them in the same.
Why not? It's Canada's league.
Because
the CFL
in
is
the
Canada's
NHL,
league.
we
People
have
care more about the
multiple
NFL than the
Canadian teams.
CFL.
Multiple Canadian teams.
But it's our league. So why aren't you finding your team and supporting that team more than an NFL team?
Like you're talking about the CFL right now?
Yeah, like Grey Cup. Why aren't we having massive watch parties for the Grey Cup?
Is that an honest question?
It's Canada's the game.
Like we all
Canada's
we all
league.
do this, and as much as we want to, like we're in a nice little heated debate right now. The reality of the situation is people view the NFL as a bigger and better league.
It's
than
bigger
the
and better than
but-
every other league in the world.
So that's why they go and
But
focus
if
on the
Canada's-
NFL, not the CFL.
But the Leafs or the Jays are Canada's team. It's the only team left. We only have one football league. Why aren't we jumping on board with that football league?
Because the MLB is the biggest of baseball, and therefore it is put into a higher, I don't know, bracket than what the CFL is. So more people will sit back and watch the MLB, and more people will say, hey, the Jays are the only representative in Canada. Yes, they're in Toronto. So we're going to cheer for them and be on that bandwagon more than we will in the CFL. That's why.
it's kind of flawed fandom, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think I've disagreed
it's
with
also
you
this
once,
whole
have
thing
I?
about how Canada's team is all Toronto, but
Have I
anytime we go to
disagreed with you
anything
guys?
else with Canada, it's like it's not.
Just so
There's
you
always
know,
excuses.
the Americans, majority of America, is also rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, because they hate the Dodgers.
Yeah, so there you go. Canada's
What?
team.
How does that make it Canada's team? Because America's cheering for them.
Well, no, I'm just generally saying that America's also,
Also a
cheering for the
good
Blue
point,
Jays.
what he just said.
Yeah, but why wouldn't
Are
they?
are the Jays also America's team now?
You know what? They possibly could be.
Is it like
but it's true.
the
It's
Cowboys
because
always
they don't
get
like
ripped
the
for
Dodgers.
being America's team, or the Riders used to get ripped for being Canada's team, and
Right.
now all of a sudden the Jays are doing it. It's all okay, and then anyone else that doesn't cheer for them is against Canada.
Bones texting in, no team is Canada's team except for the national teams.
Thank you. That's the biggest point of all of this. Like, I actually don't like the Elks aren't Edmonton's team in the end. They are Deb Thompson and her team. The Toronto Blue Jays are Rogers Communications team. That's who they represent.
That is true.
I mean, there's lots of arguments for the opposite side in this nasty
Oh,
chat right
absolutely.
now.
Because a lot of people are now onto the Toronto Blue Jays, even though they don't follow what the Jays do most of the year.
I think that's so unfair because it's
Why?
because it's the World Series, and to see them get into it, like let the fans enjoy the moment. Let Canada enjoy the moment.
There's nothing wrong with letting
It's nice
people
that
enjoy the
America-
moment.
Canadians that
ESPN are
aren't.
talking about
There's a lot of
Canada.
Canadians that aren't Jays fans. See, and this goes back to
Yeah,
so,
so we're
why
saying-
do those people? Why do they get looped in? They take over Canada.
It's not.
There's a lot of Mariners
Canada's
fans in
team.
Vancouver.
I understand. I lived in Vancouver. I completely understand.
So let Jays fans enjoy the moment, not Canada enjoy the moment. That's my point of all
Can
of
I
this.
ask you a quick question? So when the Raptors went on their 2019 run, okay? So if we're saying and having that same logic, then why did watch parties pop up in literally every single city?
Yeah.
Because Raptors
because
fans
if-
jumped on the bandwagon. Canada didn't jump on the bandwagon.
No. The reason why people had watch parties in every single city is because people in Canada said, those guys are the only representatives we have in this particular sport. So we want to get on the bandwagon to support that particular team.
Sure, and
so
you're jumping on the Raptors bandwagon, not on Canada's bandwagon.
That's
Correct.
why.
And you're defending yourself because you were all
It's
in
not
with them.
Canada. They're the
If it's
Toronto
the only team in
Raptors.
Canada, it's
The
nice.
national teams are Canada. The Olympics, when it represents Canada, that's Canada.
Technically true.
That is
Factually true.
That's factually true. That's correct. But it's nice going to, Earls or Capitals.
But we're not arguing
and
that.
having the
It
Blue
is
Jays
nice.
on the screen
Sure.
or the Raptors on the screen so you can all unite.
Nobody's arguing
So
that.
but that's
lovely.
Raptors fans swept Canada. There's Raptors fans across Canada. There's Blue Jays fans across Canada. Canada isn't across. Like, that's not Canada. That's Raptors and Blue Jays fans.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're going to say in those watch parties that there wasn't other fans, then I think we'd all be lying to ourselves.
Sure, some
Because
jumped on the
100%,
bandwagon.
They did, and they deserved.
But
to jump
not
on the
everyone did.
bandwagon.
It's
Not everyone
fine.
did, and I don't think I've ever said
Nobody's
in
saying
any
it's
of
not
this single
fine.
time that I don't agree or disagree. I'm just saying these are the reasons why people do.
And I'm not saying
certain
why
things.
people, I'm not saying, I'm not disagreeing with you on why people are doing certain things. I'm just going against the idea that it's Canada is in the World Series. The Canada, like, it's not Canada, it's the Blue Jays, it's Toronto. There's not Canada is supporting one team. It's the Blue Jays fans, whether you're a longtime fan or a bandwagon fan, that's who's on board with the Blue Jays.
Correct.
It's not Canada.
And it is lovely, Jasmine, that it brings all kinds of people together, new fans, old fans, families, what have you. But the fact of the matter is, it is Toronto's team. Yes, Canadians are supporting it, but it's not Canada's team. Belsey.
Fine. So when Vladdy goes Canada's team in the interviews and stuff, you'll just get angry.
No, but he's
Of course
he's
they're going to
incorrect in saying that.
those. Exactly.
We will just have to agree to disagree on this one.
Sure.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yes.
Well, you guys, a lot of
'Cause
texts coming in supporting you guys because people,
Yeah.
they're Canada's team. They're Canada. Oh my God, they're
There's
Canada's team.
6
It's
million
like,
people
no, they're
watching.
not.
There's a lot of people that watch it.
No,
I
they're
don't
not.
care.
They're the Toronto Blue Jays. They're Toronto's team that you like and support and are a fan of, which is great.
In the nasty chat, Tails or Tals says that we should, first of all, he or she says, fight, 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 turn the lights on and off.
Sure.
So how was Hudson's yesterday? Oilers
Don't
won?
change the subject.
Okay.
Yeah, don't try to come back from this.
Don't you dare change the subject.
I saw you guys doing that to me, by the way.
Yeah, we did that yesterday on the show.
That's all this is.
I feel like that's all we do to you at any point.
It's just a game.
Yeah.
Was that the NLL?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a game.
Just a neutral site game.
Oh, all
That
the
kind of
hype
takes
for no
the
reason.
hype out of it.
Yeah.
No team coming here.
Yeah, that was some clout that had to be reshared, and all of us were like, what's going on?
Yep.
Yeah.
NLL OEG announced the second
That's-
annual NLL Unboxed Series event. 2026 edition will take place January 16th, Rogers Place, as the home team, Georgia Swarm, face off against the Calgary Roughnecks.
Funny how the Rush aren't coming back here.
Well, it's funny that they're bringing it's weird that they're bringing a Calgary
Yeah.
team, too.
And Georgia.
Why can't we get a team here?
We could.
This is a test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the test run?
Why else would you do this if the Oilers?
I vividly recall when the Rush were moved to Saskatoon.
Yeah, Saskatoon.
I was told as soon as we want, this was when I was at OEG, we will get an NLL team again. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. Hasn't happened. This was like 2016. I was told that
Yeah,
by one of
and
our
I-
executives.
At some point, like, they got to come back.
Why?
No?
Why?
Well, if you're going to do test runs, you're already thinking about them trying to come back.
Yep. Sure. And they're thinking about PWHL,
Yeah.
right?
The P-Dub would be an interesting one.
Yeah. I don't think you could play at Rogers, though, for PWHL.
No. But the NLL could.
Even
Actually,
that
you know
I
what
would
would be
debate.
you know
They've
what a
moved into
perfect
smaller
venue would be?
buildings. Yeah.
Like the
Expo.
one, yeah.
Or Silent Ice.
Or, no, not Silent Ice.
Too small.
Rexall.
You're not. you're
I
not-
obviously know they're going to be blowing that thing up, but it'd be a perfect venue to have some of like the other, like a PWHL team, an NL team, Perfect venue.
That's why there was planned to build like a 9,000 seat stadium or arena right beside Rogers Place, where the Oil Kings were going to move to.
Yeah, they had that whole. It was supposed to be like a whole, not a park, but a whole area with couple rinks, different, like obviously the fan park, all that stuff. They're going to do that Red Bull Academy there. They were doing all of that stuff, and then obviously that fizzled, but because they wanted that to be like the event spot where multiple, anytime you go down there, you could have like 2 or 3 games. You can go watch the Bears play. You can go watch whatever. Then you can go watch an Oiler game. It would have been cool if they could have pulled that off. But I think Boyle Street had something to do with that, right? Because
COVID killed it. There was
COVID killed it too.
They were almost shovel ready for the new arena.
Yeah. But wasn't there something about Boyle Street, like you couldn't knock it down until you figured out where all those people would be moved to? And then there was a building beside it that was historic building.
No, the historic building can't be torn down.
Yeah.
Has to be part of Ice District
Any
Village
future developments and all that.
I'm not going to say it on there, but I remember when we moved into Rogers Place and we had to park on the north lot for a few days before the underground was ready. Some of the construction workers that had been working around there for the last few years, they saw some interesting things coming out of that building. And I was like, oh.
We had a couple games there when I was coaching with Nate, and we'd play against McEwen in the DCA. And there'd be times like, because of year one, they didn't lock all the doors.
Oh,
like it is now. So people would go in the back doors and they would go through the rooms. They would steal people's phones, money.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple times where we'd have the kids would have their iPhone or whatever, and the cops would show up and they're like, it's across the street. You don't want to go across the street.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a rough area.
Yeah. It's wild.
Sits across from the Brick is the new Boyle Center that's being built.
It's almost done, it looks like, which is good.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got?
I actually want to know your thoughts on the game yesterday.
What happened?
Well, how was the nasty shot, by the way?
Fine. Relieved.
Yeah.
Yesterday? Yeah. It was good.
Pleasant.
Pleasant? Good. 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 The only thoughts I really have on this is that I'm not concerned by any means. They did blow a 2-0 lead. Who cares? They won. They got a point. They got 2 points, whatever. They're good to go. This is just normal's Oiler fashion. So the whole city freaking out again with their slow starts is just meh.
Yeah.
It's just something that they've mentioned that they want to get out of it. So the fact that they're still doing it, I think, is why people get frustrated by it, right? Like, it's, you go out in public and you say, well, we don't want to have slow starts. We want to make sure we're a fast starting team. And then you literally do exactly what you're doing the opposite of what you said. It frustrates people because it's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to have I don't know. Does it have to be 100% effort every single time? Like, as a coach, you can't expect you're going to get an A+. And I've said that on the shows before every single night, but you're looking for the consistency. So can you be a B? Can you
get a win?
And get a win.
Yeah.
But can you shore up some of the things that piss people off, piss coaches off, piss fans off, which is, egregious turnovers, careless defense. I like to call it the Olay defense.
The Olay?
Right? The Olay defense, where you're just like, Olay, and the guy go by you. So, like, it's that stuff that frustrates people. And I think, and, please correct me if I'm wrong, but if the Oilers were to shore up some of that stuff and they lost a game 3-2 because a team just flat out outworked them in that particular game-winning goal, I don't know if people would be as mad as they would be when they lose 4-1 or 4-2 and it's passive, it's lethargic, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Let's look at the positives last night. They won. Power play went 2 for 3. McDavid finally scored. Skinner was good again. Wallman helps the defense big time.
Yeah.
Those are good things. And then they close out the road trip and salvage a couple points.
Yeah.
So there were some good elements. Now, they were a little bit spotty in that minute 36 where they allowed the 2 goals. Watch the 2-0 lead evaporate. Power play 1 looks a little bit stale, or whatever new wrinkles they're trying to incorporate. They haven't really sharpened those up. There's a lack of willingness to shoot. Yesterday, someone texted in killer instinct is missing, and that's frustrating. great text, great point. Holy smokes, do I agree with them. But they are 3-3-1. They get Montreal tomorrow. It's going to be a similar game because Montreal's kind of they were a playoff team last year. They're scrappy. They have talent. They have a new identity. So tomorrow's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of Habs fans in the building tomorrow. But I mean, they kind of had a bad week. They had a bad week, and there's fixable issues. They still don't have set lines. That's an issue. I mean, we were all on Podkolzin watch last night to see how he would light it up, but surprisingly he didn't, which is disappointing, I would say. By the way, that last comment was super facetious, loaded with sarcasm. If you didn't catch that,
I forgot tomorrow's Habs.
Yeah.
Those are always fun games.
yes, Benny's new team. Benny was on fire last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Did you guys see the Brad Marchand tribute?
Yeah, briefly.
No.
It was so beautiful. You know, there was him kicking ass on the screen and him just bawling his eyes out on the bench watching it.
I didn't see it.
It was nice.
He was like ugly crying. It was
Really?
was nice. Yeah,
He was their captain, won a Stanley
Spent
Cup
a long
there.
time there.
Yeah, he's a good player, has been for a long time.
I fully loved the spice at. Oh yeah, there it is.
just
good
ugly
for him.
crying. I know. I love that.
I fully loved what he did to Darling. I loved that whole situation. He gets like kind of hit from behind, kind of a cross check from behind. He goes right after him, tries to start a fight, pulls his helmet off, rips his
love that, yeah.
earpieces out, throws his helmet back out. Like it's comical.
It's so good.
It's kind of funny. Like you don't see that kind of spice out of guys
Yeah.
anymore. But he's a throwback, and he's still like he brings it every day. And then I just thought that was priceless. Like as a guy that as a skill guy like Darlene, what are you supposed to do?
Well, I would fight him.
That's what I
You
would. That's
should.
what I think too.
Let's start
But he
there.
didn't even want to engage.
I
I
think
just found
that's
that video.
it's indicative of
Of like the one that I'm talking about.
Well, he takes the helmet to the bench
Yeah.
and rips it up and all that.
So funny.
Like he's
being a brat.
He looks down, he sees it because I think Sean Avery had a video where he's like detailing the whole thing, and he like looks down, he realizes he doesn't have his helmet, sees Marchand with his helmet, and then just doesn't try to get his helmet back. Hilarious.
he is the guy that licked an opponent. I believe he also
Yes,
kissed
he
an
did.
opponent. So these antics, although entertaining, probably
I don't think I've ever seen a guy rip somebody's earpieces out of their helmet and throw it back on the ice. Like
And
that
really-
is the funniest thing I have seen in a long time.
that's an annoyance for the equipment
Oh, yeah.
managers, right?
Yeah, it's such a dick
Because
move.
they have like
Yeah.
the extra straps, especially if you rip because they're like rubber or whatever. But I can appreciate that. At the
Yeah.
same time, I would be like, I do remember there was a big fight. I can't remember if it was an Oilers game or not, if it was another one, but I was watching it. And at the end of the fight, there was the yard sale being cleaned up. And instead of like, how guys shoot the other team's gear to them and then
Yep.
vice versa, this guy took tomahawk chop the guy's helmet and it just smashed into smithereens. I think that got him a fine.
Yeah, that'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than launching your own helmet, but I mean, it's. I get the pleasure to coach kids, and I see this stuff all the time where guys get mad, and so there's always like a javelin toss at some point of a stick or helmet to, fired down the hallway. But
Yeah.
I still laugh about this one. I might text a kid. He got blown up in the middle of the ice. Like it was a massive hit, and he was so pissed off. He came back to the bench and he tried to like pull his helmet off and slam it, but he left his chin strap on. And as he was trying to pull his helmet off, he like choked himself out.
Really? I don't understand the kids taking off their
I
helmets.
don't understand it either,
Yeah.
but he literally was like, was like on the bench, just dying laughing. And like, I kind of feel bad because you got blown up, but you just choked yourself out with your own helmet because you're so mad.
I also appreciate Marchand throwing the straps into the crowd.
Yeah.
or through the glass, there's a little gap, and he just throws it and lands it across.
It's a good toss.
Yeah.
Man, so good.
Just that little like 3-inch gap. Just
So good.
Get rid of this crap.
Yep. It's awesome.
You know the equipment because they have those straps in their like travel. Like they have them on the bench. They're like, oh my god, $3 strap. I have to go get this thing and loop it back in, put the little twist thing in.
Just knowing Langer, he'd be so annoyed.
He'd be going over to the other crew. That's a
I need one
$5
back
strap
right now.
Give me one of those out of your bag.
Oh, good stuff.
Well done.
Nice work, Marshawn. I'm gonna a couple clicks for that.
Ew, for sure.
Antics.
The antics. Maddie,
Well, I was just going to do a quick shout out.
are you coming down off your high?
Yeah, are you feeling
I'm
better
fine.
now?
Good.
Do you need
I'm
a
feeling
juice
fine.
box?
I'm feeling fine. I cheer for Canada when it matters. I've never missed a World Baseball Classic game of Canada since
good
2006.
stuff.
That's when I support Canada at the baseball.
Okay.
So, if you guys have ever watched all those, feel free.
Wow.
Don't come
Here we
over
go.
here with that kind of spice.
It's incredible
Don't
how
even come over here with that.
It's incredible.
What's spice? I just said I
Don't
watched
come over. That's
I
an
watched
overhand right between the
two-
officials. That's one of those ones.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do
right.
that.
I have
Showing
watched
us, right?
every World Baseball Classic. There's another one coming up this upcoming spring, I believe. I will watch it. That's when I get behind Canada on that one.
Goodness.
I would rather buy a Canada baseball cap
I've wanted one actually.
rather than a
It's good
Toronto
logo.
Blue Jays cap.
So Reed Clark is a city councillor now?
I want to give a shout out to Rick Clark.
Oh, he won then?
Go ahead.
He's, I think it gets finalized on Friday.
Yeah.
But looks like with 100% of the votes in, friend of EST, Reed Clark is going to be headed to
Attaboy.
council. So
Congratulations.
all the best to
Attaboy, Reed.
Reed. All the best to the entire council and the new mayor. And
Let's get to work. Let's clean up downtown.
Yeah, let's get to work.
Let's get back to where
There's
we were
always things
before
to
the
get done.
pandemic.
So much to get done.
Build
in
some
the
stuff.
city.
I will always hope for the best for any of our governments and our councils.
100%.
So
Let's use
100%.
common
congrats.
sense and logic on our streets when we're doing construction.
Thank you.
Yes. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, driving here today, there was a lady. She was like almost in the middle of the road.
That's not where you're supposed to
Well,
be.
I know, and she didn't give me enough. Like I had to drive around her. Like you're supposed to kind of go closer to the lane when you're taking a left turn. Anyways, so as I'm driving by, I like look in my rear view. This lady has lost it. She has a pylon stuck in the front of her car.
Well, that says a lot.
How?
That says a lot.
Man.
I wish I took a picture.
Was she eating like a bowl of cereal, reading a book perhaps, doing
really
her
wa-
makeup?
Legit want to take a U-turn and take a good look at her.
I
Yeah.
had a frustrating commute. There was a driver in front of me, 104th Ave to get to 109th. Going by McEwen, was doing about 15 kilometers an hour. Even it's a construction zone, but you need to go a little bit slower. And wasn't sure if they needed to turn right into McEwen or not. Came to a complete stop in the middle of the road. And I had to apply the horn to encourage them to get the hell out of the way because all the vehicles that needed to go somewhere were waiting for them to make their decision. Stay off the road if you don't know how to drive.
Signal for goodness sakes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What is it? 104 and 106th or whatever it is.
That's close to where it was.
Well, but there's that intersection which used to have a turning left. They took that away, but that intersection is really annoying me because there's a lot of people. Well, there's two actually. There's another one. Do you remember when I almost got hit by that car?
I was right
There's that
behind you.
Yeah, there's that other intersection too. A lot of people, they're seeing that they're just going, and then they have to stop in the intersection. Then the light changes, and they're sitting in the intersection. And people can't go.
Oh,
I've seen
boy.
that a lot, which is really annoying me.
Ignoring like no turning left signs, ignoring no right on red signs. There was a lady the other day when I was coming here, because it goes back to 2 lanes on 104th before 109th, that she started veering into my lane and signaled right. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I had to apply the horn again to startle her to realize you can't turn into another vehicle.
Yeah.
And then she casually stops with the green light and decides to signal to go left. Again, completely ignoring the no left turn sign on the light post. Idiot.
Okay, one more. So
Yes, I love this.
one more. So on the white mud, the people that are like merging on the westbound from Terwilliger,
Yeah.
bro, first of all, go the speed if you're gonna merge. And secondly, if you are gonna drive 80, get out of the left lane. Like you're blocking all the people that are trying to pass the other two lanes there.
Hang on, isn't 80 the speed limit?
Yeah, but you're supposed to allow the left lane people to pass.
Yes, that's true.
You don't just get that lane and then be like, do.
I'll add one more. Highway 2 on my way from Calgary
City Council, hope
back
you
out to
listen.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Do not hang in. We've talked about don't hang in the left-hand lane.
Oh.
And the worst. This one car, it was an Audi. It was pretentious, very nice vehicle. But this dude was just driving in the left-hand lane and not just like on cruise control, but like sometimes going. Listen, Highway 2's become a bit of a speedway.
It is crazy.
Sometimes going like 90 and then would just stubbornly stay in the left lane. So you got to go around. So I run around on the right. And then like 10 minutes later, going 150 and blowing by everyone. And you're like, what are you doing? And then you'd see them 10 minutes later, 90 in the left-hand lane. Like, what are you doing?
There are signs.
Thank you for allowing us to vent.
Thank you. Hope the city was listening.
Portion of this hour of the Hangout brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, highproductmarketing.com. Our merch partner also of the Nasty Club. So you can sign up today, edmontonsportstalk.com. Go to the very top, click on Nasty Club. If you sign up and you haven't signed up before, when you create your account, just click on EST Songs. For some reason, when you go there, it takes you to the page to subscribe to our annual and annual premium spots. Annual with everything. It also includes with the merch, a t-shirt and a patch. The premium is both those with a backpack and a fridge magnet as well. Jasmine, Belle, Tommy, Matt with you here on the Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life's transition. Canadian storage provider. Be sure to buy Canadian. The NFL is moving its Pro Bowl festivities to a Tuesday night of Super Bowl week beginning this year. They keep trying to find ways to make the Pro Bowl something, and they'll just never find it, I don't think.
No.
But they have now moved it to the Tuesday of Super Bowl week. So midweek, you get to watch the Pro Bowl games.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay, nobody cares.
It's a skills competition.
It remains a flag football game. Actually, this is a good point. In the lead up to 2028 Summer Olympics, that might bring, there might be a little bit more interest in that. Because NFL players will be at the Olympics, or pros can go to the Olympics. We'll see if any CFLers make it for Canada or whatever, but it's now on the Tuesday. That news just happening.
No more 2 games for Monday nighters? Monday Night Football?
Is that one done for sure?
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I like that.
Yeah.
That they have the 2 or that it's over?
That it's over.
I like it.
Why? Because people
It's
are
nice to
arguing
watch
that
more football.
they're arguing that you're missing some of the first game to tune into the second game.
But everyone misses games on Sunday because they're watching multiple games.
True.
Like that is the NFL. I know. I like having. I'm a football fan.
I like
More
it too.
football, the better.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind the 2.
I like having that
do not
one
see.
premier game. Because then there's like more eyeballs on it. Like when there's the 2 games, it's kind of like split between the 2 and you got to bounce back and forth. I like if there's a one game, it's a premier, it's a highlighted game. This is the game of the week. And you can put your best game there.
But that
and
goes
then
to Sunday.
Yeah, you could do, well, you have the Sunday nighter as well. But the Monday nighter is a big thing for the NFL. So it's like, I personally just like the 1 because then it becomes that featured game. You can just turn that thing on and watch. The 2 kind of just splits your time a little bit more, and it's hard to follow what you want to do. But that's just one of those first world problems.
Good point.
Yeah. Thursday nighter is going to be the Vikings and Chargers.
Vikings, Chargers. I don't even know how I feel about the Vikings.
I know.
Well, it's Carson Wentz.
He almost got cut in half the other day. He got hit so hard, and at the end of the pick, they just they zoomed past as the guy was running by, and he looked like he might have been chalk outlined. Then all of a sudden he's getting up, he's holding his ribs, and he's back out. I'm like, these football players, like the stuff that they have to deal with is unbelievable. Because that was one of the hardest hits I've seen in a long time. On a quarterback. Clean hit, not high, just went right through his midsection. It's like, oh man, I can feel that. Tough bounce. But he got back up, kept going, Played well against the Eagles.
Who got the victory?
Who did get the victory?
They're back.
The Eagles?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Lamar's still not practicing for the Ravens.
I need him.
Did you see the video of Lamar? He looked higher than a kite the other day ordering food. People are like,
Really?
I've never seen somebody this high before.
Seriously? Like
Yeah.
just at a restaurant?
He was outside of some street truck. He looked like he was,
Oh,
he was
in pain.
enjoying his night.
He's in pain. He's just trying to medicate.
Yeah, he's just trying to get himself back. He looked,
here we go.
he could barely open his eyes.
You could blindfold him with dental floss?
Oh, this is it. He's just hungry.
Yes, of course he is.
He's just hungry. That's it.
I don't know. I didn't look too high. He looked like a happy guy.
He looks very happy and hungry.
Yeah.
What
He's
are
just
you
a hungry boy.
insinuating?
I'm not insinuating anything.
Let's see. We're
Actually, I
know.
am. He looks higher than a kite.
I don't. He looks fine.
He doesn't look like that normally, guys. Come
fine.
on.
He looks hungry.
He's a
He just-
huge
he-
portion of delicious food.
He
He's
looks
got
like
it
a
fresh
guy.
to
Yeah, he
go.
looks like a guy that just wanted to go out for a late night meal.
Just
and,
wanted
you
a
know,
bite.
Yeah,
he was
that's
just
it.
hungry.
Yeah,
He was hangry.
Yeah.
And
hangry.
the fact that he had his food and he was almost going to be able to eat made him happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it was late at night, so it made him look a little bit sleepy. And
Right.
Yeah,
That's probably all it is.
No, it's good.
Bells, you just
I
need
get
to
it.
refuel before you hop back in that battle bus.
I fully agree.
I'm okay with
That's
it.
a Fortnite reference.
I'm fully okay with it too.
Kendrick Perkins also made a reference to him doing Percocet yesterday on the air. He's like, why do you need Tylenol when you could do Percocet?
Yee.
Yeah.
The old perks, eh?
And I think he was on it, is what I'm trying to say. If you
Oh,
see
boy.
that interview. But yeah. The Ravens, and I'm sure you guys heard about this, with their facilities.
What about them?
They're taking away like their ping pong table, hold on, I have it right
It
here.
took away all the fun.
All the fun.
To punish them?
Video games, ping
Yes,
pong, and
to punish.
distractions.
Ah, yeah.
Punish them.
That's the way it would be. It'd be distraction. They're losing. They're not winning. Let's get back to football. We don't need these distractions in the
That's
locker room.
fair.
How do you guys feel about that?
Stupid.
The video games thing in a workspace practice facility, that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. Ping pong table I like because it's keeping guys active, keeping them
Cornhole.
around.
They
They play cornhole?
Yeah.
Okay,
They took
all right.
away basketball hoop.
They're not winning. Go win some football games.
Earn it back. I get it. I get the
Again, the defense is getting
the
destroyed.
principle of it.
And no, there's a lot of injuries, but the defense is getting destroyed. Focus on football. Get back to football.
I guess I would. I would say, if we're so concerned about video games in the locker room, then we probably have different issues. But like, is it the video games that are making you not play well? Because this has happened to me over the course of my career as well, and I've always gone back to the sentiment. I'm like, well, I personally don't think it's the video games in the ping pong table. I mean, ping pong is actually good because it's a good activator because you're actually moving around and you're getting yourself ready.
I just said that.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Like, boys, you guys gotta just dial it back over there. You guys are spicy today.
I know. I realized
And,
that too.
Anyway,
They're talking.
we
We get you
But they're
juice
not.
box at
They're
the end.
perfect.
No,
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are
all good.
angels over there.
That's
and then it's like I don't know. Like, is it really the video games that are the things that are distracting the Ravens' defense from not being good?
Probably
No,
not.
it's the injuries.
It's also just the sign, like, hey, we need to focus more. We need to dial it in a little bit more. And here's the thing that, like, this is just a message.
Would it not be similar to taking pucks away at a practice? Like, hey, you guys need to sharpen up. We're working on
because like
skating and
so like
No
okay,
fun drills.
here's a story. Like, so Guy, right? Guy's a fiery guy, Guy Boucher.
yeah.
And so we lost a game in Manitoba, and we had pops in like just one of those like silver coolers, and they were just on all the tables. And he walked in, and actually I don't remember a guy having a pop. I think a lot of the guys were having water, and he came in and he grabbed the pop and he bounced this thing off the table. It blew up. It was everywhere. And he's like, oh, you guys just want to have pops and this and that. And he was losing his mind. And I'm like, I understand, coach, that you're losing it right now. And we didn't play well. But like, I'm looking around. There's nobody having a pop. So is it something that, hey, a coach sees this thing and says, well, that's what I'm going to use as that's the catalyst as to why you're not playing well? Could it have been the fact that the boys were out last night? Could it have been the fact that tons of injuries in the Ravens case?
Well,
Could
it's
it be
not
the
just
fact
injuries. It's not just that the play is not there as well.
Yeah.
But I wonder if maybe for John Harbaugh, there's distractions in your life right now. I can't change those.
But I'm going to change ones
But
that
if
are
I
in the
take
room.
these ones out, it's the message of stop at the distractions, get back to football.
Yes.
That's maybe the message that
I
they're
get
going
that.
with.
Yeah.
That's why I'm okay with it, because to me, it's just a message. And you want to know something? Go win a couple games. Like that'd be to me. If you go win 2, put it back in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
is 2,
we're
is
giving it
2
back
the
or
number
something.
you think that they'd have to kind of get back to it?
I think you want to, if you're doing something like that, because football's physical, football's demanding, and I can imagine just in any walk of life, you need this. You need a little bit of distraction. You need to be able to take a break of something.
Yeah.
I think if you got to give some, give the carrot. You got to give back a little bit. Otherwise, that's where you could lose the room. Like, hey, we're starting to win football games again. But you're still riding us or something. I think 2 or 3 you'd have to go. And
Like
then
2's a fluke, 3's a streak.
Sure, but maybe after 2, you're going. I'm liking where we're heading. You guys are doing a good job. Let's go finish this off.
Okay.
Here, have the ping pong table back, and next week we'll set up the video games, and we're getting back on track.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I wonder if it's just strictly just a case of it's a bigger message. Like they're symbolic.
Fair.
We're not dialed in enough. We're not focused in enough. We're making too many mental errors on the field. Too many issues. We need to fix that. Get back to football.
Yeah. That works. Hopefully the Ravens can do that.
I hope so.
The cornhole, though. I mean, come on.
Right?
Couldn't leave one of them.
Do you think that could work for the Miami Dolphins?
Oh my gosh.
How about speaking of like practice facilities, giving stuff, taking stuff, having an effect? The Arizona Cardinals, which I know to me are Canada's team because so many snowbirds go down there and cheer for them from Canada, to use our ridiculous argument that you guys tried to make about Canada's team earlier. Anyway, that's beside the fact.
problem.
They're building they're redoing their practice facilities. And Kyler Murray came into the press conference. It's supposed to be ready by like 2027 or whatever. And he goes, I just hope I'm around long enough to see it and experience it and enjoy it. And I was just like,
I don't hope that.
yeah, I'm like, I hope you're not. And that sounds like a guy that's not really committed to being an Arizona Cardinal, even though he's making $40 million a year.
Let's not talk about small quarterbacks that aren't committed.
Well, at least Miami's better than the Jets.
I think we're a $54 million commitment. 52
In Miami?
To
For how much
Tua.
longer?
He just
he's a big
signed it
guy,
last
isn't he?
year. Tua?
Yeah.
He'd be lucky to be 6 feet.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Didn't know he was that small.
Wikipedia lists him as 6'1", 225.
Oh, okay, there you go. 6'1", 225.
But that's usually
A little bit smaller.
yeah,
a little bit
that's
bigger.
usually the guy standing on phone books.
I think Kyler Murray is like 5'10".
what did
Yeah.
when was his
The short memes are my
contract?
favorite.
But like,
He's
When
got
his
that
head
like
is, like,
stubby
right-
kind of look. Yeah.
Through 2028. So you have 3 more seasons after this one.
they're not going to have him after this season.
Tua?
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm surprised he's still playing. Seriously.
Yeah, everybody is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Mike McDaniel's still the head coach. I'm still surprised that Anthony Weaver's the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
I'm still surprised that Chris Greer still has a job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised by a lot of things down in Miami, and I haven't seen the media in the U.S. go after a team like they're going after the Dolphins, because it is every single outlet,
Yes.
every single podcast.
Yes.
They are just ripping the Dolphins. And I want to say they don't deserve it, but they kind of do.
I laughed when I was watching Mike McDaniel on the sidelines, all like cold and stuff, and someone hands him a Gatorade cup with hot chocolate or tea, and he's like, "Thank you," and he just sips
But
it, passes it back.
but they go after
Puts
that
the
stuff
headset.
too, and you're like,
Well, it looked silly.
it does. But they're like, look at this guy. This is your head coach. He can't even handle the cold.
Yeah, it
like-
looked funny.
Lives in Miami. Yeah. I mean, they're missing Tyreek Hill and stuff too. There's that.
Yeah, but Tyreek wasn't even good this year.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
he got
only
hurt.
he
got a
was
chance
junk too.
to, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of drama behind him. Miami's playing the Falcons, and Falcons aren't the best team either. So
But the Falcons
Brown-
are
They
the
took
Browns
down the
weren't.
Browns
Yeah.
or
The
Bills a couple weeks ago.
And they whooped the
And they were
Dolphins.
right there with the 49ers.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling that the Falcons are going to come in and terrorize the old fish sticks.
yeah, Falcons are 3-3,
Great South Park episode.
Great one. Yep.
and they are favored by a touchdown.
And then I'm going to see one of those videos pop up again and probably send it to both of you guys. I might send it to you too, Maddie.
Yeah, that was
Maddie doesn't check his Instagram.
No, I'm just forward that right to his.
Text.
Yeah, I don't on Instagram very rarely.
Yeah.
Like it's like every
But
couple
they're
days ago.
priceless videos. Like
About the Dolphins.
they always do like different parodies, like cartoon parodies, and the last one was like about Tua and Mike McDaniel, and it's like, Tua, you're going to be benched. Tua play football, coach.
Oh yeah, that one you sent me was pretty funny.
He's
And your
like,
parents
not
broken
anymore. he's like Tua bonked head for Dolphins.
He said, yeah, that one was pretty.
Bonked head for Dolphins.
And I have to say, the AI videos that are coming out, like these Stephen Hawking skateboarding, Stephen Hawking playing hockey, Stephen Hawking playing football, are insane.
The Bob Barker one was just
The one I sent you or showed you?
yeah. It's a no. I hate AI. I
There's
hate
so
AI.
many that are just priceless.
I just hate AI.
Oh, like there's a Mr. Rogers Easy E one that's not fit for air, but they're
boy.
both sipping on like Colt 45s.
Oh, man.
Mr. Rogers stirring it up with Easy E.
Play Alberta over under. Download the app. Visit them. PlayAlberta.ca. Promo code EST50. EST Sports. I think they both are. Deposit 50, get a free 50 sports bet. I bring this up. Hernan tweeting. NHL adds an assist to Stutzel. EST afternoon parlay hits. So I guess their parlay that they've been slowly building on. What was yesterday's?
They announced that Stutzla goal at like 11 o'clock at night our time.
So it was 1 point. Oh, did they announce it that then?
I saw it when I got home from I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Stutzel point, Thomas point, McDavid goal. That was what the EST afternoons screw it, let's do it parlay was yesterday. I think that's 3 hits for them in like the last like 2 weeks. And these aren't small hits. Like
what one was that?
This one was
the
plus
other-
440.
Oh, nice.
That's one of their smaller ones. And 440 is a really good number.
Dusty's early bird hit. I jumped on that. Jay's play of the day, almost. They needed one more goal. Shoot. That would have been a good one.
What can we do for an over-under today?
I believe the Habs are in Calgary.
Tonight, yep. So if you're going to do a little pre-scout, that one you can watch. Also, Krager texted in regard to our conversation about driving. Krager says, freeway is different from a highway. Left lane on a freeway isn't designated as quote-unquote the fast lane. Courtesy is to not be slow traveling in the left lane, but it's not a
Requirement.
rule.
I know this is true. That's why they don't have signs on the freeway.
Yes.
But it is just common sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
What does the NBA
This one
have
says Ravens
for
stink.
wins?
Another one says Texans
do
took
right
away the
now.
massage therapist. Oh, that's not good, guys.
Oh boy.
Toronto Raptors wins. Where's the
Their first
wins?
game today.
I want to see the Raptors wins. What regular season? No, that's seed. Why can't I find this?
Lots of NBA action today.
It's a little too just I don't know how to over or under this. Raps make playoffs this year?
Yes.
You think so?
Yep.
Oh, here's regular season wins.
Sorry, Matty. I was sighing because Darren Waller is now on the injured reserve.
Yes, he is.
Can't get a break.
I know. I think that's when the firings will happen. By the way, I was going to mention it will be at the end of the season here.
Man.
Gonna have to ride with it for now.
Did you just send me something? On Hello Hockey? Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
You were Maddie for sure.
No way. I just
So
agree
have you
with them.
guys.
Yeah.
We're
What the hell?
normal.
No.
No.
No, I've been
you
in
guys
a-
are special.
I've been in a great mood all day, guys.
Baz was a little tired.
Who's tired?
You were a little tired. You needed
He was
coffee.
up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. I was up at 6 too.
3 in the morning.
You're up
And
at
then
3 in the morning.
I've been up at 3 almost every night.
I don't envy you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I know. The Raptors are playing the Hawks today, by the way.
Here's Theo. Finally, they
Canada's
have
team.
Play Alberta has it over under 37.5 wins.
Is that playoff? No.
I don't know if they'd
That'd be
close.
borderline.
But the over 37.5 is minus 147, unders plus 115. Over under 37.5 wins for the Raptors this season.
I'll go over. Be optimistic.
It's about
Yeah.
500.
I'll say
like 'em.
Toronto's team is on the up and up here.
I say Canada's team is on the up and up, and you're such a nerd for continuing to bring it up.
Canada's team might be OKC because they have the Canadian MVP.
I love
Oh,
OKC. However, Canada's team, the Raptors,
Is our national program?
yes, sir, they wear red and white.
Now you're stretching. Now you're stretching truths. Continue.
You said 37?
37.5.
I'm going to go over.
Over.
I think if they can have the guys that are healthy, you got Ingram, you got Barnes,
Yeah.
you got Quickly. I think they're in for good times. I think it's going to be, maybe a 43-ish win season.
Yeah, that might get you playoffs. Outright.
45. Probably 45.
It'll get you playing for sure.
Yeah.
Might get you playoffs.
I think if they can get to a hot start, they might get a little bit higher than that. But I'm going to go 45 and say they're going to just continue to build.
Plus 150 SGA is to win the MVP on Play Alberta right now as well. Him to win the title again. Actually, the Thunder plus 245, and then the Nuggets with the other Canadian, Jamal Murray, is plus 645. And then it goes Cavs, Knicks, Rockets. Those are your top 5 there. A lot more basketball tomorrow as well. Also on the show tomorrow will be Pulsar and Josh Clausen.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And you're in.
Yay! With Pulsar. Yes. That guy's a beauty.
You should ask him about Canada's team.
I will.
Well,
I'll ask him.
I'm wishing Toronto's basketball team a lot of success this season, positive outlook, and I hope all of Toronto's Canadian fans coast to coast enjoy this season.
Yeah, I believe 2027 is the next time Canada has a big event for basketball. I believe that's the World Cup.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
That's
Canada.
so
I'll get
is there
behind
a
that
qualifying?
team.
Can't wait to
No
watch the team in
problem.
red and white.
Is that, are we qualified?
I'll hop
for
behind that
yet?
team, no problem.
Knicks and Cavs will be a good one as well today. That's at 5
No,
o'clock.
you're not.
Knicks and Cavs?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
that'd be a good one. As Maddie mentioned, with the projections of who's going to be the top leaders, like those are the two other teams. So that'll be a good match today as well.
Nice.
Nice. One more thing about the association. Did you guys catch any of it? Like even just like a minute of it by any chance?
I saw the ring. That's about as
Yeah,
much
I
as
saw
I
the
saw.
ring and the banner raising.
Yeah, I missed all that.
The
They all
rings I
touched the
thought
banner.
were a great touch because rings have been getting way too big. You might as well have a soup bowl on your hand. But the nicest thing that I saw was the fact they had another ring inside of
Yeah.
it that they could actually wear. So
Like,
you
you
have the
open
one,
it up.
you have the
Yeah.
one commemorative one. You put that away, right? It's in its box. People can see it. Then you have the other one that you can wear. That's not too. It's not too much.
Yeah, for
Because there's
sure.
like nothing worse than having a guy just walk around like this. You're like, oh, okay, well that's a nice ring. So
We have Mike Garofalo of the
Look at
NFL Network, who is also the morning NFL insider now. He actually tweeted like he says, I've heard repeatedly from players and staff championship rings have become unwearable with how big they've gotten.
Yep.
The reasonable size ring inside the Pop-Tart here is a great solution.
yep.
And then when I was watching, like it actually does make sense that you could wear just that little ring, walk around with that,
Yeah, it's a nice band, right?
and you
Like,
don't
when
have to
it's
mess with
detailed,
it. Yeah, it's almost like a wedding band type
Yeah, a
thing.
little bit, yeah.
Did you
be
catch?
bracelets soon.
Did you catch any of the broadcast by any chance?
I watched part of the Lakers, not much.
So the reason I'm asking is because it premiered at NBC and Peacock yesterday, and I really liked the graphic of the scoreboard that they had.
The score bug.
Yeah, I just it was really playful as well. Like if there was a 3-pointer, like that foam hand would come up. And
Yeah,
be
they
like,
did added little graphics on there.
Yeah, and then if there was like Durant fouled out, it'd like say it at the bottom, like Durant fouled out. Like, and I just like those little details to it. Just it's It's a good production. That's what I'm saying. NBC.
There's a lot of praise for NBC yesterday for that one. People ripping on TNT and ESPN for what they do and how good NBC was doing with it. And they brought the music back because they used to have the rights to it. They didn't do that type of production for the NHL, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
They never did. They never cared about the NHL.
I know.
And I know people are always nowadays they should go back to NBC, but NBC never cared. And we always wanted it back off of NBC.
I think everybody just liked Doc Emmerich.
That was it.
He was fantastic.
He's retired. So you don't even get him.
He was so good.
Although Kenny Albert's amazing.
Yeah, he is. He's a
big-
Rangers
Yeah.
TV guy now.
Doc was there was something about Doc Emmerich's calls that were they're crisp.
Waffle boarded.
It was him, Jim Houston, and Chris Cuthbert are my favorite three. And I will throw John Shorthouse in there.
Shorthouse.
I think he is one of the best calls, and he should have done more national and less Canucks.
Bob Cole was a legend,
do
but
not
Bob
like
Cole
him.
was, yeah.
John Shorthouse is fantastic.
I do not. He is
Shorty?
way too nasally for my like.
How does that go again?
I've always loved his
Like
call.
this. I
he's great.
never was a fan of this. It's like someone give him a Kleenex.
Are you making fun of Chet Palmer on the Reed Wilkins show?
But that kind of sounds similar. I see it.
Yeah, or Dick Veneret.
Okay, Jaden Daniels won't play. FYI for your guys' fantasies. I believe the Commanders are supposed to play the Chiefs.
Oh.
They both have a similar record, although Chiefs are favored. Do you think the Chiefs are going to be Super Bowl contenders?
Some people said when they got to 3-3 that they're the best team in the league, that they're back.
I think there's a narrative going on that they could be back in the Super Bowl. They do have a hard schedule, I think. They're going to play, so after the Commanders, they're going to play the Bills. Then they have a bye, Broncos, Colts, and Cowboys.
Are the Bills legit this year too,
Yeah,
by the
are
way?
they frauds?
I don't know. Them and the Chiefs.
It's a good question. I was worried about the Bills for a while. Like, that team is legit, but they've just been playing weird football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a lack of legit receiver. And it's hard to say that they don't have a legit receiver because they actually do. But I don't know. They just don't have somebody that on the outside that takes it over the top, in my opinion.
It's the other conundrum here with both those teams. Doesn't matter. They'll both be in the playoffs. They both will turn it on. They'll meet each other in the playoffs at some point. One of those teams will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's a very,
the only thing the Bills
very
have to be
valid
worried about
is. I agree.
because of the schedule is can the Patriots, because the Patriots have the advantage right now with the win, could the Patriots take the division? I don't see that happening. So the Bills will get to the playoffs and they'll be fine because they still have Josh Allen. The Chiefs are the Chiefs until they lose in January or February. There's people counting them out way too soon. Never count out the Kansas City Chiefs. They're always Super Bowl threats.
They're second in the division.
The Chiefs?
They're tied for second in the division.
Who?
They've scored, the Chiefs are.
Chiefs.
They've scored the most points in that division. They've given up the least amount of points in that division.
When they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, I remember there was a conversation like early November betting on AFC because they didn't get off to a good start. And like, to me, there was like plus 700 you could put on them to win the Super Bowl or something. And I was like, that's the number you bet on. Because the Chiefs are going to turn it on in January. It's just like the Oilers will turn it on in April.
They're plus
Chiefs
60,
will turn it on, so will the Bills.
Yeah, they're plus 62, which is so far third in the entire league, behind only the Colts and the Lions.
For the shoe.
So they're clearly a tough out. Like, I think the games that they lost, they were pretty close games, weren't they? Were they not? They were tight games, right? The ones that they lost?
With the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Chargers was a decent scorer week 1 out in Brazil.
Let me see what they're...
Who else did they lose to?
I know the Cardinals are losing by like a field goal or less every game now.
Eagles was a closer game for the Chiefs. What was the other loss? Jags?
I'm trying to find it, but I can't
Was it
see
the Jags?
it won't
No.
come up.
Yeah, the Jags beat them, didn't they?
Yeah, Trevor.
Is that what it was?
I thought so. But I can't remember what the score was.
Hold up.
Like, it's just
I
off
think
the
that
top
one
of my
was a
head.
close one.
Here we go. So they lost to the Chargers by 6, but like that game, it felt very Chargers. Lost by 3 to the Eagles, lost by 3 to the Jags. So they were close.
Yeah, close games.
Dominated the Lions. Like, what do we got? November
Smashed
2nd.
the
Big game, November
Raiders.
2nd. November 2nd, Chiefs Bills in
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
At 2:00. That
But-
was good.
I'm not worried about either of those two teams. Like the Bills, like the one thing you could put against the Bills is who have they beaten this year? And the Bills have beaten the Ravens, the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Saints.
4 doormats.
Well, that's the thing. Dolphins have 1 win, Jets have none, Ravens have 1, Saints have 1. That's it. Like it's their wins haven't been great. Then they lose to the Patriots, they lose to Atlanta and the Falcons. But I'm still betting on the Bills. Look, they get the Panthers this week. Then it's the Chiefs. Then they get the Dolphins. Then they get the Bucks. Then the Texans, Steelers. They'll be fine. Chiefs will be fine. They just need to get to January healthy.
The Chiefs lose to the Bills. How many weeks is that away from that game?
That's November 2nd, so I believe that's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I believe.
So you're obviously, if you're the Chiefs, you're hoping to win
Yeah.
this week to put you 5-3. But if you don't and you play the Bills, that's an important game from them, because if you're somehow 500 and you go into that game against the Bills, and now if you lose that game hypothetically, you're now 4-5.
And you're worried about a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no Jaden Daniels. Chiefs should be fine.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
Like I
but
do
there
believe they'll be
is-
fine. So like I get what you're saying there.
There is some,
If you fall and you're 4-4, then you become 4-5. But you then get the Broncos, Colts, Cowboys.
Broncos are playing well.
I know, but are they? They just have like the unsexiest wins.
It's true.
Like what were they down to the Giants at one point? They were down 26-8 to the Giants. They barely like the Jets had minus 10 passing yards as a team.
That's wild.
But the Broncos only won by 2.
That is insane.
Isn't that so, like that's
They
the part?
had an off night.
But I'm not sold on those Broncos, so the Chiefs will get that win. What the Chiefs need to find 6 more wins, and they're in the playoffs. They get the Raiders still again. They get the Titans. They get the Texans. There's the wins there. They're fine, even if they lose the next 2, which they won't.
Yeah, I don't think they will either, but we never know.
That's why you play the game.
We'll continue to hate watch them.
But man, that's why you play the game.
Holla.
Where's Dusty for the lock shop? And you for
Boston Pizza Capilano.
It's Capilano.
Shout out to Cody.
I like Capilano area.
Me
It's
too.
Good spot.
a good area.
Yeah.
That's
Good
I've got a good route there too.
From here?
Yeah.
side.
What's the road to get there that's easiest?
Go 107th Ave down to Groat Road. Groat Road, River Valley Road.
You're
Boom.
right. That is a pretty decent area.
It works out well.
Sorry, Lisa didn't hit you either way.
To 98th Ave.
Yeah. No, that makes a
And
lot
then
of
right to
sense.
50th. You there?
I know it's early. I sometimes hate asking this. I know David Pagnotta. What else? Hello Hockey on Saturday. Do you guys have an idea?
I have an idea, but I'm not.
But
gonna
nothing you
tell
could say?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. That's fair.
Do I even know?
Nope.
Saturdays at 10. Saturdays at 10. Great
Saturdays
hockey
at 10?
program right here with these 2 gentlemen and Benny.
We're live on location at local South Edmonton Common for Hello Hockey this weekend. Please come join us. Always a great vibe down there. Mitch and
Love
the crew
local.
are fantastic. Yeah. Good food, good bites.
It's always a good spot.
I love locals. So common. Love it.
Down in Calgary, I went to the Stephen Ave one with my brother. Dino hooked it up. It was good.
Yeah.
The staff were like, Tom, this is from Dean. Shots. I was like, I don't need these right now, but I had them.
So yeah, we got Lock Shop coming up next. Live, BP's Capilano. Oil Stream live, BP's Capilano. EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show, all until 6 o'clock right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. That is it for this Wednesday. Oilers back in action tomorrow. I'm sure there's some college football tonight too to watch. I'll have to hunt that down. On behalf of Jasmine, Belle, Belsey. No, I stumbled on that one. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. We greatly appreciate it. Up next here at Edmonton Sports Talk, it is the Lock Shop live from Capilano BP's with Dusty and Huss. Well, he's not there. He's in Winnipeg. That's coming up in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,